to Criminal Procedure 101, insisting that he had not followed correct procedure to file his papers. She questioned the absence of the National Prosecuting Authority, saying they were not informed properly that they needed to be in court. She asked Moela to explain who was the state that he was referring to in his papers, whereas according to civil court procedures, Moela was supposed to call the NPA by name and not refer to them as the state.
You tell me if that issue can be determined in terms of the Criminal Procedure Act. What brings any, you tell me if this can be determined in terms of the Criminal Procedure Act.
Section 73 deals about legal representation that must be meaningful. That deals specifically.
Mr. Moela, you seem not to be hearing yourself. I'm saying you want a declarator. You want me to declare conduct of correctional.
And that's why your ladyship is missing the point. Your ladyship is not invited to determine the prayers.
No, I'm saying, no, you are saying before I can determine whether this is a criminal or a civil case, what determines whether this matter has to be heard by a criminal or a civil case is the prayers that you are bringing before the court. The prayers that you are bringing before the court will then determine.
Moela, on the other hand, grew increasingly agitated as he attempted to reason with the court. He said he had started the matter in the right court but was referred to the wrong court. He also told Judge Mbhele that they did not approach the civil court on their own volition, but had in fact been referred by Judge President Kgosi Mampuru to have jurisdiction of their case determined.
What is Mr. Bester alleging? My fair trial rights have been infringed. And because of cumulative treatment as well, they're going to be infringed. Because you must understand our application in two ways. One, he has not been able to consult meaningfully. So that's an infringement. And then he further says that the condition upon which is kept, it's going to affect his mental health. So that's an apprehension that he might not have a fair trial, in the sense that if he comes to this court mentally unfit, he can't run a trial. So it needs to be understood. So this case has literally answered what I said this is our case. So Mukesi itself, in its own terms, it says exactly what our application says. In fact, when I drafted the application, I was not looking at it, but it would appear as if like I'm the one who drafted that Mukesi judgment, because it says what I said in our papers.
Representing Correctional Services, Senior Counsel Neil Snellenberg said civil court was the suitable court to ventilate Bester's case because of the relief he's seeking. He said he will not get the relief he seeks in the criminal court.
This is, we thought, that should hear this matter, because what the court is asked to do is to compel, and it doesn't matter whether Mr. Bester frames his relief to bring it back to fair trial rights, because it also implicates rights in terms of Section 9, 10 and 12. But it involves his conditions that he's kept in prison, and what is happening there. And the relief he seeks is against those parties. We respect the there can be absolutely no doubt that this court, the civil court, has jurisdiction and is probably the suitable court, the only suitable court to adjudicate this matter.
A legal commentator says even if the matter is dismissed, there will be another avenue that Bester can pursue.
But what you see today, we are seeing the repetition of what happened. The only difference today is that we are in civil court. However, it's the same thing, because the application is still citing or having the requirements of criminal. And the attorney is still fighting for the same issue, that we want the jurisdiction. We want this case to be heard in criminal case, not in civil case.
Bester is arguing that his application against alleged unfair treatment by Correctional Services Department is a criminal matter. He says he can't prepare for his main trial as he's being kept in solitary confinement for 23 hours. He wants in-person consultation with his lawyer that is no less than 7 hours. Bester has told the court through his lawyer that his mental health is also at stake due to the prison condition he endures. Bester was not in court for the latest matter. Kgosi Mampuru, SABC News in Bloemfontein.